Welcome to Aaron's Review. I am reviewing every film nominated for the Oscars this year. Well, every major category, including documentary, including animated, including international. And today is Dune Part 2. I'll be honest, I was nervous to do this one because I watched it when it was in theaters and I haven't seen it since. So that was almost a year ago. But I think I got this. I think I can still help you out with it. We're gonna do a 1 minute summary, a 1 minute review. We're gonna have an erroneous thought for me, just something that's more in depth about the film. I'll let you know what I think about the Oscar nominations. If they got it right with Dune Part 2. 1 minute summary. I'm going to summarize this film for you in 1 minute. And this is a big film with a lot of things going on in it. So this would be a very difficult thing to do, but I'm going to challenge myself. And so this is going to be a very just fun generality of the film. So don't think I'm going in depth. There's no way within a minute I can do that. Who knows if I'll even get through it. We're going in 3, 2, 1. So first of all, if you haven't seen Dune, I think you can still enjoy the film, but you'll be lost. Dune Part 1 is like the setup for Dune Part 2. We get who all the characters are, and we're now in it, and we're going hard, we're going fast, as hard and fast as Dune goes. And this is Paul and Johnny. He's with the Fremen now, and they have fallen in love, and he has become one with the Fremen. He's supposed to be the chosen one. Some believe he is, some believe he isn't. His mom, Jessica, is pregnant with a baby, and she drinks this kind of water of life, something like that helps her. She's not supposed to survive, but she does survive it because she is one of the ladies. I can't think of what it's called right now, but one of the ladies who can see the future and the past and all that. Anyway, so she communicates with her baby that they should bring the people who do believe more together so that Paul can become the one that brings everyone together and become the leader. And there's a lot of wars and fighting and killing and bad guys and things of that nature. Oh my gosh, wait, what are they called? It's gonna kill me. I hate that. Oh my gosh, of course. The Ben and Gesserit. If you tell me how I did, that was hard. And there's so much that happens in it, but that's, I guess, the overall. That was 1 minute summary. It's time for 1 minute review. I'm gonna just give it my general feeling about this film. 3, 2, 1. I love Dune. Dune was like I literally didn't see it in the theaters. I heard Dune Part 2 was so good. I went and I watched it on Max. Fell freaking in love with it. It's my kind of film. I love world building films. I love to be part of that world, and I love kind of sci-fi fantasy. Take me away. Let's discover a whole new political landscape. And then so Dune Part 2, I went and saw it, and it was great. I watched it in IMAX. I wanted to see it, wanted to get the full things that didn't for Dune, and it was great. It was good. This is good. I like it. I'm a Dune Part Oneer though. I like Dune Part 2. It was so much fun. I loved it, and it really took me away for, I think it's over 2.5 hours, right? And so I didn't feel that. It's action packed as Dune gets within 2.5 hours because there is a lot of talking in these films. This is not like Star Wars. It's like, I like kind of like Star Wars. It's not like action packed, but it's fast moving. I really enjoyed it. The ending I'm very sad at, and I'm very interested to see where this goes. But if you're not into space, fantasy stuff, this might not be for you. I love that. I love world building films. So Dune Part 1 is building that world. Dune Part 2 is now this is what you've waited for. Here's all this fun action. You care about these characters now. You're in it. You're doing it. I had my dad finally watch it. He watched them back to back in one day. Beast. But he, after Dune Part 1, he's like, I don't get it. I don't get why everyone likes it so much. It's fine. It's good. And then after Dune Part 2, he's like, yeah, that was better. And then he wouldn't stop talking about it. And then he was like, yeah, but what's really going to happen with this guy and this happened? And oh, are they do another one? Have they done it already? So he liked it when it came down to it. It's just, a slow mover, slow burner. Now, is Dune for me or not for me? Dune is for me. Totally for me. It's a for me, made for me kind of film, Dune Part 2. Dune Part 1 is totally for me. Dune Part 2 is for me. I feel like Dune Part 1 was written for me. It was my kind of film. And Dune Part 2 was yeah, yeah, we got it. It's still for me. My erroneous thought. Now, this can be anything. It could be about this film. It could be a award season, Oscars, what have you. But this film made me think about the Oscars. And I really think that they need to have a stunt person's category. Stunt people, or an action movie category. I would love to see like a stunt ensemble cast, like they do for the SAG, I believe. And then I would love to see a best action feature. Not going to award very many of them into the best picture, into the nomination bracket. And I think that action, adventure, fantasy, those kinds of films deserve more. And I get it because then you have to open up to so many other ones. So when they started doing animated feature, I loved that because we wanted to see more animated films be nominated for Best Picture, like Beauty and the Beast was in the 90s. And I think that it was Toy Story 3 that also got nominated for Best Picture. But we wanted to open it up and see animated get its due, get its flowers, right? And so I want to see action films get their flowers. Let's get more action represented. There's beautiful, well done films like this out there that are meaningful and have a lot to say. And it takes a lot of freaking work. So now it's time to decide if the Oscars got it right with their nominations. And listen, this film is going to get nominated for productions, visual effects, obviously. Like it needs to and it deserves them. I'm going to focus primarily on the best director. It did not get nominated for best director. And again, this is where I'm like, you know what? Action deserves more credit than this. It deserves its flowers. Not only does the director direct the acting, they're directing it all. They're putting it all together. They're making sure the production designers understand what the costume designer is doing. What, all of the people are coming together. And of course, they have help, but it's their vision. And this vision for Dune is so spectacular. And he built this freaking world. So it was so well done the way he built the world. So I think that they really snubbed him in the best director. And I get it. I think there's a lot of that deserve nominations, but I think it's time to open up the best director as well. That there deserves to be more than 5 to 6 nominations within there. So that's what I would change. That's where they didn't get it right. So that's my review of Dune Part 2. You can watch it on HBO Max or rent it, if you don't have Max. Happy award season.